Right, so I'm looking at this backtest, yeah? Looks absolutely sweet on paper, proper blinder. Then I run it live, and the first three trades, which were all massive winners in the backtest, they come in a different order. One gets stopped out by a gnat's whisker, and my perfect sexy equity curve suddenly looks like a lead balloon heading straight for the floor. I'm fuming, bruv.
And there it is. Welcome to the real world, my friend. Your backtest is a beautiful liar. It's a fantasy. It's just one version of history, and you just happen to pick the one where you ended up looking like a genius.
A genius? It was a proper strat. It feels like the market's just taking the piss, messing with me. This is why all that CMT book stuff you go on about is just theory.
Oh?
It's not street.
Oi, hold up. You're dead wrong there. This is exactly what the CMT Level 2 syllabus is built for.
Okay.
It's got a name, Monte Carlo Simulation. It's the official no messing about tool for figuring out if your strategy is the real deal or if you just got lucky.
Monte Carlo? That sounds like where you go to spaff your winnings, not make him. What's some casino got to do with my crypto degen plays?
Everything. Stop thinking about your one back test. That's one timeline, one path through the data. Monte Carlo is the Dr. Strange of trading, mate.
Wow.
It looks at like 14 million possible futures. It takes your trade history, chucks it in a blender, simulates it 1,000, 10,000 times, and shows you every single way your P&L could have looked.
So it's a what-if machine then? Like, what if my 10x winner came at the end of the year after I'd already blown half my account?
Yeah.
Instead of on day one?
Precisely. It's an MOT for your strategy. So the most basic version is called sampling without replacement. All it does is take your exact trades, every win, every loss, to the penny, and just reshuffles the order they happened in. The final P&L will be almost identical.
Right.
But the journey, the equity curve, that can look like a completely different story.
I'm with you. So that's where you find the real max drawdown.
My backtest showed a tidy 15% dip. But you're saying if my 5 biggest historical losses all came in week 1, that dip could have been 40% or 50. And now you're seeing the matrix. That's what tells you if you can actually stomach the ride. It's called sequence of returns risk. People in my world, the so-called dinosaur traders in stocks and Forex, are obsessed with this.
Okay.
A bad run of luck at the start can liquidate you even if the strategy is a winner over 5 years.
Okay, that's a proper light bulb moment. But just shuffling the order feels a bit tame. My market is pure chaos. It's not that neat.
I know. That's why we've got the next level, sampling with replacement. This is where it gets properly spicy. Imagine all your historical trades are tickets in a raffle drum. You pull one out, record the result, but then, and this is the killer bit, you chuck the ticket back in.
Hang on a minute. So you could, in theory, pull out your single most catastrophic portfolio nuking trade.
Yep.
3 times in a row.
You could. Or you could pull out that one glorious 20x winner 5 times. The point is, it allows the simulation to create futures that are wildly different from your clean historical backtest. Some simulations will show you making double the money.
Right.
A lot more will show you getting absolutely wrecked. It maps the full spectrum of possibilities, which is far more real for a market like crypto.
Impressed. You know what? That's actually the first thing you've said that makes sense for my world. It can model the sheer randomness of it all. You might not be such a boomer after all, Morgan.
Don't get used to it.
Now, what about the flip side? What if your backtest wasn't just lucky, but your execution was a bit optimistic? That's where return alteration comes in. This one's for the truly paranoid trader.
My ears are burning. Go on.
It assumes your backtest was the best case scenario. So the sim goes in and says, right, let's randomly pick 50% of your trades, and we'll make all the wins 2% smaller and all the losses 2% bigger. It's a pure sensitivity analysis.
Wow.
How robust is your edge? How much can the market screw you before your strategy just breaks?
That is brutal. I like it. It's a proper reality check.
Yeah.
If your strategy's still green after being put through that meat grinder, you know you're sitting on something solid.
Solid as a rock. It tells you how much fat you've got on the system before it starves. But the final test, the one that really separates the traders from the dreamers,
Okay,
that's the ultimate ego killer.
lay on me.
The machine generates thousands of completely random strategies. Buys here, sells there, no logic, no reason. 1,000 monkeys throwing darts at a price chart.
Right.
And it plots all of their results in a big cloud behind your strategy's equity curve.
And the goal is just to be better than the monkeys.
Yeah?
That's the bar.
The goal is to be significantly and consistently better. You would be horrified how many self-proclaimed Twitter gurus with their secret indicator are actually performing right in the middle of that cloud of random noise.
Wow.
If your line is tangled up with the monkeys, you don't have an edge, bruv. You just have a good story and a pocket full of hope.
That is savage. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's run this back for the people. A basic backtest is a lie, a single story. Monte Carlo shows you all 14 million possible stories.
Yep.
And it batters your strategy by shuffling your trades, resampling them to create nightmare scenarios, and even nerfing your returns, all to see if you can survive.
And to prove you're smarter than a monkey. Ultimately, it's about building unbreakable confidence. When a real-life drawdown hits you in the face, if you've already seen that scenario 100 times in your Monte Carlo simulations, you won't flinch.
Right.
You won't panic sell a solid strategy 3 days before it's about to print.
That's it. It's what turns a gambler into a professional. It's what turns a punt into a process. All right, I'm sold. Less time trying to polish a perfect backtest, more time trying to smash it to bits with a Monte Carlo hammer.
Now you're thinking like a proper CMT.
Speaking of which, if you lot listening want to get deeper into this, or just have a laugh at my latest DGen trade and Morgan Boomer stop picks, we've got a chat group. The link's down below. Hop in and have a laugh with us. It's a good time.
Just don't be shy. We're only half as sarcastic in the group. Sometimes.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. Look at your best trading strategy, the one you're most proud of. Are you absolutely certain it has a real quantifiable edge? Or are you just riding a wave of good luck from one perfect timeline?